Hi guys, welcome back to Kamitria Hester channel. Today I want you guys to like, subscribe, and comment and tell me what you think. So today we're going to be talking about mental health and the artists in Hollywood. And it's said on days that in 1980 and 1999 it was attractive to be the entrepreneur, dope dealer, but now it's cooler for rappers to be the actual addiction. Well, the actual drug addicts. You were looked at crazy and completely credited if you were addicted to drugs. But now it's cool to bear it out. It's glorified. Okay, so I do understand what this article is talking about, because in the rap community and just like the community in general of artists, they are becoming like more addicted to things to try to like keep their calms, and it's actually killing them, guys. It's actually killing the artists we grew up with, and it's actually killing the culture. And when I say that, they say that it was cool to be a dope dealer back then, but now, you know, the rappers are the actual drug addicts. And I feel like it has been something that no one talks about really, like substance abuse. But because of these things and already having mental health issues, like Lil Wayne, he's a prime example. You know, like he does do very heavy substances, and sometimes people don't understand what he's saying, especially me. And I just feel like we just have to be more aware of how toxic drug addictions can be. And he's even openly like talked about it on platforms and everything, about like what he does. And I'm not judging here, guys. It's just, this is a rapper that I grew up with and I loved, and I still do love him. But, you know, sometimes I do kind of want, you know, the pushback on substances and stuff, you know, because Wayne's been through a lot. He's a very stand-up man, but he's also been through a lot, like mentally, and he makes outbursts and everything, and it can just kind of come off as misinterpreted. But you can tell that he's trying to keep up the best way that he can. But using and abusing substances, you know, can be a really big thing when you have a platform like that. But you're also having mental issues that are like kind of unaware of, and you try to do these things in order to try to get clean. And well, you do these things not to try to get clean, but to try to get your fix and try to do what makes you feel good. But this is killing the culture. This is killing the environment of hip-hop and rap. And I know that I, for once, would love to see him be more aware of the mental issues that he has. And I feel like he should really talk to someone. Like, if you feel yourself abusing substances and you're high all the time, where you can barely talk in interviews or to your family or anything, or you just come off delusional, like that's something that, you know, you just want to watch out for. And I feel like it's killing a lot of the celebrities and all the art that they used to stand for. And you can like see it on stage with their performances and everything, you know. And these are people we grew up with, but you can tell because of the abuse of substances and that person just not really getting the help they need to talk to someone, that it could be a little bit harder for them to function completely. And Wayne's been through a lot. He's been through a lot mentally. And I honestly do feel like people don't really trust in Hollywood anymore with any of their information, and they feel like the fix can fix it, but it will only make you want more, you know. So it's a really sad situation, actually. Like, trust. I know a lot of survivors from mental health, and they abuse substances, and it kind of made me realize, let me make this video, because this isn't okay. It's killing the black community and our generational of rappers. Juice WRLD, he took all of the pills on the plane. Him and his friends got on the plane. He took all of the pills just to not get caught by the cops. Very talented artist. Very, very, very gifted. That's the word I'm looking for. Gifted. He's a very, very gifted, talented young man. He was. And substance abuse, how it took someone from the world that didn't even seem like it was time for him to go. But because the world mourned on him so much, you would feel like they would take this example. Well, I hope that some people take this example and realize that, hey, so what? Like, I did the crime, Let's not make irrational decisions and do heavy drug use, because it's not good for your soul, your body, guys, at all. I know I'm preaching to the choir, and no one really wants to hear about, getting clean or their addictions, but these are just some of the examples in Hollywood and in artistries and rapping. He talked a lot about his mental health in a lot of his songs, just like XXXTentacion, like, it's insane. I feel like you don't have to die young. You don't have to leave just yet or at all. You just have to learn how to make better choices and not do substances, because this stuff is killing the community, y'all. It's killing the generational greatness of art. R.I.P. to Juice WRLD, and R.I.P. to everything that happens in this community that is hard. And XXXTentacion, he's another example of, substances, but he also has mental health. Like, a lot of these artists are very undiagnosed. Hatfield Hollywood is undiagnosed. A lot of people don't get help that they need for mental health. But shout out to him, and RIP to XXXTentacion. You guys know what had happened with him and everything. But even though he didn't die from substances, his part played a role in people understanding that they have, mental health, and trying to put the problems that they have in music, which was their outlet, their way to go. So RIP to Juice WRLD. Moment of silence. Where the fuck did I go? 'Cause I love you, baby. To the moon and back, yeah, we go. There we go. In the morning, I always wanna hear your voice. I wanna see you lean beside me, 'cause you're the only thing I want. Na, 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 and that you put me in a one that you turn the water on me, yeah. Put my bubble. Gone too soon. Now let's take a moment of peace for XXXTentacion and all the greatness he achieved as well while here on this earth. Okay, guys. So, if you guys don't know, these men did have tough upbringings, tough lives. You know, no one makes a decision to just do something that is risky if they didn't feel like they couldn't talk to people, or feel like they could talk to people. People do this sometimes because it's a way out. It's a way out of feeling the pain of the actual feeling of how cruel and crazy this world can be and how insane it can be. And I know personally, mental health is not easy to deal with, especially when you do substances. You know, you have these platforms and everyone thinks it's cool, but it's killing our community of great artists. Juice WRLD, XX, you know, it's very painful. I remember when XX first died, you know, I was like in shock, especially with Juice WRLD. You know, and even though XX didn't die of, you know, meds or substances, he definitely displayed it a lot in his performances with the erratic behaviors and the aggressiveness sometimes that he had with the audience. But other than that, he's a good dad. He was a good father. And he was a really big product of the community. He makes dope music, guys. You should go check him and Juice WRLD out. Like, I know this topic may be sensitive for some, but we can't keep letting mental health go unknown. If you feel like you can't talk to someone, then therapy is definitely the way to go, you know. Or sometimes you may feel like you can't talk to anyone. Sometimes you just want a way out and you don't know how to find your way out. I feel like you have to keep pushing, man, because life is too short. And it's sad that the young generation of rappers are really dying from these pills, the liquor, the different liquids, and whatever else they got out here nowadays. I'm talking from a person that has been down to that point, but not too bad, you know. But I just want you to know that even when you don't think you need it, you probably do. Or if you don't, you know, hopefully you can be an inspiration to others, you know. You want to let people know that, hey, if they need to talk, you're here for them, you know. But I do know that drug use and promoting it and taking it and just being so open about it, I do kind of feel like it's ruining the community, because you can't talk about mental health but don't talk about substances, you know. Like, you see these rappers and you see them stoned and you see them cold out, you know. And I know fans are probably like, oh, it's my favorite artist, but we need to encourage, you know, less substances and actually be aware that those can actually harm, you know, your mental health, your way of thinking, your way of life, the way you eat, sleep, breathe, exercise. You don't want to be that person that goes too far one time, because you're going through a lot of heavy stuff. You just want to stay positive. We also saw this same thing with what's his name? Mac Miller. Okay, yeah, Mac Miller. And him and Ariana Grande were completely in love, and whenever, the relationship ended, his symptoms of mental health eventually caught up to him, taking his life and also abusing substances. And Mac Miller, he talked about his music. He sung about his music. He was actually a really good product of his community. So let's take a moment for Mac Miller. So yeah, real cool guy. His music was amazing to me, just like XX and Juice WRLD. They talked about having problems and what they were going through their songs. And it's really unfortunate that this young artist and rapper and musician, and he was just in one of those things where life got too hard, and eventually, he did take his own life. And I kind of feel like we need to just make sure that we're there for those who are actually going through mental health issues. Robert Williams, he also went through similar stuff where he took his life, and it was hard because of mental health issues. You just want to make sure that you don't leave someone in their darkest moment, and that you still check on that person, because the thing about mental health is, you never know when it's gonna start. You never know when it's gonna stop. You can only try to control the outcome. So if you see your friend in a dark spot, just go up and be like, hey, you okay? What's wrong? I'm gonna check in on you. That'll really, really, really help the conversation when we're talking about mental health, and when we're talking about people who actually died of these things, because people are actually dying of a lot of substances due to mental health. You just want to make sure that if you see anyone down or see anyone like that, even if you can't get them help, just at least pass them a good place, where they can go and, get checked for mental health, and making sure that, you're just there for your friends and your family and whoever else is going through, because it's serious. And mental health sometimes, like, it takes a toll on your life. It does. And sadly, we have lost a lot of young artists over substance abuse. And I kind of feel like you just need to make sure you're not encouraging that type of energy onto the people who may look up to you, even if you don't consider yourself a role model. At least be aware that mental health is not bettered by substances sometimes. And unfortunately, these artists did have to learn that at a step in their life. But I just kind of feel like, and I feel like the world feels like, peer pressure. But no, just say no. It's okay. my sheets, darling, darling, darling. Do you like it, baby? Tell me you like it when I give you a massage at night. Do you think about me, baby? Oh, oh, oh. I'm crawling to you. I'm crawling to you. You make me horny, horny, horny. Oh, don't you know? I'm your queen, baby. The only one that loves you like you love me. P.S. I love you. Mm-hmm. Na 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 na. Sometimes I wake up and I smell your cocoa butter all over your body, all over your body. I know that you will never leave me, baby, 'cause you're only thing in my heart. And I never wanna lose you, baby, 'cause you make me feel apart. I don't wanna let you go. I wanna keep you close to my body. I never wanna leave you, 'cause you're the only man that treat me like somebody. Oh, where the fuck did I go wrong? 'Cause I love you, baby. To the moon and back, yeah, we go. There we go. In the morning, I always wanna hear your voice. I wanna see you laying beside me, 'cause you're the only thing I want. Na na na, 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 na na na. And that you put me in a warm bath. You turn the water on me and put my bubbles in the tub. And the candlelight on the side. Put some rose petals in my bathtub.